name is Scott Krug. I'm the president and co-founder of New England Low Vision and Blindness, located here in Worcester, Massachusetts, serving all 6 New England states. And I wanted to speak to primarily eye care professionals today to give you a better understanding of what we do and what we don't do so that you can better inform your patients in order to help them. I wanted to make sure that you knew that we are not an ophthalmologist. We're not an ophthalmic practice. We do not have any optometrists here, and we do not have any opticians here. We are not involved with the prescribing of any type of optical devices, any prisms, any lenses. That's not what we do. Typically, when people come to us, it's usually through the referral of a retinal doctor or an ophthalmologist when they have a patient who they are no longer able to help with either surgery or injections. Usually the patient has moderate or severe vision loss. A lot of the patients that we are seeing now are 20/200 or worse with best corrected vision in their better eye. So we're seeing people that have fairly significant visual loss, even to the point where they have no vision at all. We're seeing also patients who are diagnosed with brain injury, and or even some of the youngsters with CVI. We see a fair amount of patients who are typically suffering, as I'm sure your patients demographically are being diagnosed with macular degeneration, but also glaucoma, diabetic retinopathy, retinitis pigmentosa, all different forms of cataracts, injuries. So there are a variety of ways that patients come to us, and we're providing them what? What do we do? So what we're providing them are assistive technology resources. When they come here, it's after a pretty fairly in-depth conversation on the phone with our assistive technology specialists who are answering the phone. And they'll spend a good 20, 30, 40 minutes on the phone getting a sense of where the patient is at. What are they doing? What are their goals with their vision loss? And that might seem pretty broad, but that we want to get in specifically what's going on, because a lot of the solutions have a specific response. And in the end, we want to make sure they are functionally independent with their daily life. So we talk about 2 primary categories, or we label this 2 worlds that everyone lives in, that you live in, that I live in, that we all live in, that our patients live in. The 2 worlds are our digital world and our non-digital world. And so part of the 2-hour visit they have with us is we review, how are you becoming functionally independent? How are you surviving in the digital world? Your iPhone, your iPad, your PC, your Mac, your Android, your smart home devices. How are you accessing them? Are you taking advantage of the accessibility features and functions? Do you know how to do that? And so we offer consultation on how to solve and become functionally independent in the digital world. And as a solution, one of the resources is using us and our trained assistive technology specialists who provide an in-home or at-work personal consultation to just kind of figure out how to be most productive and functionally active at work and at home with all of your digital devices. That's something that really no one's doing. That's something that an ophthalmologist is not really able to do, or an optometrist or an optician. And so that's something that's fairly unique to us, that we're able to go over all of these different attributes in someone's day-to-day life on their digital devices. The second part is just figuring out, what about if someone hands you a piece of paper? Or how do you read that instruction sequence on the microwave package you're going to cook for dinner? Or when you go out to a store, how do you read the price tag or the nutrition information? When the doctor gives you an appointment card, how do you see that? How do you read your calendar that's on the wall? All of these things that are outside your device, how do you access them? And that primarily is through assistive technology. And so we have in this showroom here the widest array. I don't think there's any place like it in all of the United States, where you have all of the leading assistive technology providers all under one roof. So we provide your patient a lot of consumer choice, the most consumer choice, where they have a fairly objective look at all of the different types of electronic video magnification out there. So we can make an appointment and review them. We always tie the technology to a goal. We go through matching up what is the goal, what's the functional goal, and then try to tie a tool to it. That's what we do. So we have all the technology, all of the training, and our tagline is technology, training, and care. I think your patients will really appreciate the level of time and patience and care to make sure that we get the right solution in their hands for them to use. I wanted to say thank you for thinking of us. Most of your patients do not know about us, and they heavily rely upon you recommending a place like ours, an assistive technology provider, so they can get a broad array of experience for where they're at in their life right now. And I think that a lot of you, according to the responses of the patients here, are hearing that thanks from your patients because they leave here very happy and like, my gosh, I can't believe this stuff exists. And to a degree, how come no one's ever told me about it? And I'm so glad that my doctor did. So please help us to spread the word. You have the opportunity to see all of this under one roof. We have our showroom here in Worcester, and we have another showroom in Connecticut to service all of New England. So again, thank you for thinking of us, and please make sure you are reaching out to us and contacting us if you have any questions. Thank you.